Hi everyone, how are you tonight? Tonight I'm excited. We're going to be doing a patriotic wreath. I'm Johnnie Lynlett. I'm pleased to have you with me this evening. If you're just hopping on, I want to say hello. Tonight will be a patriotic wreath. This is going to be, believe it or not, I can't say it's a sign. It's more of a centerpiece. And what we're going to do is it's going to be sitting on the wreath itself. But this is it right here. And it's a patriotic, it's sort of got the khaki instead of the all white in it. And I have chosen, let me show you my mesh. I have chosen this mesh and one of my favorite mesh. Let me show it to you. I have this mesh here, okay? So these two meshes are going to go in it, make it bright and happy. This is my luscious bow right here that I made to go with it. And here are my ribbon ties right here. Now, y'all, you can see what I use. I use my Bodabra to hold my ribbon ties. I would say, and I use the 4-in-1 a lot, which is my favorite, and the Easy Bow. But I would say 4-in-1 is one of my favorites, okay? So let me put this aside for right now. Let's go ahead. Now, this is one of my favorite bases. I like the greenery base. It can be used, it's basically, let me lower you down. And basically, the greenery base can be used year-round, y'all. I like it due to the fact you're not going to see much of this when we're through, okay? Now, my mesh is like a burlap mesh, and I had gotten this, I believe, from Craft Outlet, and I did 24 inches on this. You can do 24 up to 30-inch ruffles. It's up to you, whatever you prefer. I have a roll of both, so I went ahead and I cut it and put it all in, and I have more if need be. Okay, so this is basically this is a 24-inch wreath base right here. And you see why I like the greenery a lot too, the greenery bases, because it actually acts as your own tie. So, y'all, I am going to be doing my YouTubes on Wednesdays, and I have decided that I am going to do it at 6:30 this Wednesday at 6:30 on YouTube. So if you would please join me or go to my page, you will, when we're done here tonight, and join my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it very much. I will be there on Mondays and Wednesdays to start off, just on Wednesdays. Thinking about changing it to possibly late Friday nights, and I think people would like, because on Friday nights or Saturday, what do y'all think would be good? What time do y'all think would be a good time that y'all would come on and watch me on YouTube? That's what I need to know. What's a good time do you think most people would watch? And I want you to know, I'm so excited. I want to thank my son-in-law. I had to call him because for some reason I bought me, notice y'all, I am not wearing glasses tonight. That's right. I've got a 24-inch monitor. I am so excited. I can see y'all's comments and look at y'all. It is so nice not to have to lean over and see those little comments on my monitor on my laptop. So I am excited. I have a 24-inch screen, so now I can see y'all. All right, tonight I'm going to give y'all a few stories, okay? My daughter had such an interesting life. She said, you need to tell some stories. So tonight I'm going to tell you some stories. Okay. I guess I'll start off with where I more or less grew up. I grew up here. I live north of Covington right now, and it's only about 13 miles from Covington, but I am one of four girls. Um, I'm named after my father because they didn't think they were going to have any more girls after me, and I'm number three. And but my little sister survived 4 years later. But anyway, so we were all active. My oldest sister was active. She was an avid skier. She water ski. She in high school she twirled fire batons. Then my other sister Debbie, who is older than me, Debbie was a cheerleader and captain of her cheer team, and Tana was captain of her baton. And then it came to good old me. Well, I knew I couldn't compete with them. So, and y'all, I wasn't going to dance. I wasn't going to join the dance team or anything like that. So, I've always loved music. So I said, well, let me join the band. Well, I had never picked up a musical instrument. So I just didn't have any idea. So now, mind you, we had 50 trumpet players in the band, all right? And my band director tested me. Now, I knew my musical notes because I would play the dibble dabble with the piano, and I knew the treble clef and all of that. So it wasn't that bad. So I started taking lessons, and he had me test some instruments. Well, I hit that horn, and I tell you what, I did some blowing, evidently. I guess I'm a good old blowhard, as they say. So anyway, so the trumpet it was. And I thought at the beginning level up, I was bottom of the third chair, which you only had three chairs. You had first, second, and third, and I was bottom of the third. Well, by the time I got into the 10th grade, I managed to get into the, I was so excited. I had moved up to first chair in the third division. Y'all, you don't know how proud I was. I was so excited. And I loved the band. We had a marvelous band director. I went to Covington High School, and so I was in the band, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was just everything I had hoped for, if not more. I truly loved the band. And I mean, we had a lot of experiences in the band. I mean, we marched in a lot of Mardi Gras parades. I think one of my worst experiences was in the band. We had old uniforms, and we had these hats, y'all. And the hats would really, I mean, they were old. So anyway, my hat was so bad. So one day, you know, we did inspections, and we had to spit shine our shoes and everything else. And so I said, well, I want a pretty white hat, and I know I can't get a new hat. So I decided, to the wonderful wisdom of Johnnie Lynn, I decided to not paint, but shoe polish my hat. Oh, it looks so good, y'all. It looks so good. Well, that Saturday night was a parade, and it stormed. Well, y'all, to say the least, I ended up with a lot of gray hair. That's right, a lot of gray hair, because that shoe polish ran all in my hair. So, I mean, I got pretty well laughed at. I can tell you that right now. There's no doubt about it. They were having a good time with me. So, anyway, in the band. So that was one of my wonderful escapades with the band. Now, where I grew up in Covington, y'all. I grew up let me give you a quick rundown with the thing. I'm using a greenery wreath, okay? And it is a 24-inch greenery wreath. And what I have done, I am using 24-inch mesh, okay? And I have poly jute and this beautiful stripe mesh. Both, I love the stripe mesh. It's one of my favorites. So anyway, I lived on what was known as Dead Man's Curve. That's right, and it was given the name because it was a very treacherous curve, and a lot of accidents occurred on there. Well, we didn't know that, but my parents had first purchased for like a little summer home for us this house that was at the end of the curve, and it was called the old McWhirter house, okay? So my dad purchased it, and we would go there for summers and while we were growing up, and oh, it was just, it was out in the country. At least, you know, it was beautiful out there. So anyway, my dad, we grew up and we had everything you can imagine there, including all the accidents. I mean, y'all, we would be sound asleep and we were tuned to hear. Now, well, what happened, my dad had come to do some work on, and I believe we were in at the time, which is a suburb of New Orleans. And my dad had come and he was at the gas station known as Holden's gas station. Now, mind you, Covington was not a big town by any means, okay? And all of a sudden, Pete jumps, he says, I gotta go, there's a wreck. Daddy says, well, where's the wreck? He says, a car ran off the curb and the old McWhirter house is on fire. Well, lo and behold, guess who owned the old McWhirter house? My daddy. Well, he went out there, and what happened is a car hit the electrical pole, and it burned down our summer little home. Now, it was nothing fancy. It was just a summer little home. So, we truly missed coming to, I was only 5 when we used to go out to the house. Well, no, it was younger than that, about 4. Well, my dad, we loved the area so much. My dad decided that he would build a house. And so he built a house there for us, and we moved out there. And so we moved to Covington when I was like 4 or 5, at least 5. And we loved it out there. We grew up in the country. We had cats, dogs, ducks, chickens, horses. I mean, there wasn't anything. We never had a cow, but my neighbor had cows. So we would go over there and, you know, we would milk a cow periodically. I remember the first cow he ever showed us how he milked. He says, now, we were just, what? He says, now open your mouth. And I'll never forget this. He squirted the milk in our mouth. That was so funny, y'all. That milk was warm, too. It wasn't cold. It was very warm milk. So, but my experience with my chickens, y'all, I guess by this time I was 8 years old. And everybody was in there for I tell you, everybody, this was just something we all enjoyed doing. And so I had in 4-H, you know, because we had chickens anyway. So I figured, well, let me get my own few little chickens and I'll raise some chickens by myself. Well, one day in 8th grade, I come home and Lord, the chickens are loose in the woods. So I decided I needed to go run and find my chickens. And sure enough, I found them. So I found one of them. and I started chasing it. And I had jumped over this huge pile of pine needles. And as I came down, I felt something terrible on my ankle. And I said, oh, what is the matter? And I looked down, and what had happened years ago, before plastic was available, there were old brown glass bleach bottles. I know most of y'all on here aren't familiar with the old Clorox bleach bottles. They were brown in color. And sure enough, I had come in and I had come down on the thing. So I had to hobble home, and it was a ways to get it, because I had gone into the woods to get my chickens, okay? So I got there, and my mother knew right then and there she had to bring me to the hospital. Well, I ended up, believe it or not, in 8th grade having plastic surgery on my ankle, because I had just completely, there was nothing there anymore. No skin, no nothing. I was very lucky, though. Can't say that. Now that I've made all of y'all sick, I am so sorry, okay? But that will just give you some of the excitement in my life, okay? I had fun. Now, the best bet, y'all, was the Peeping Tom. That's right. As I got, as we grew up, now, mind you, we're one of 4 girls. I guess I was in junior high around the time, and yeah, and my other sisters were in high school. I had just gotten into junior high. I had one in high school. Well, my parents would go out. My oldest sister was there, and evidently one night, my sister, we had what we call these glass shelves in the bathroom, and I was laying in bed, and I thought Debbie, my older sister, had hit the glass shelf, and then all of a sudden Debbie came here, and she said, what was that? And I looked at her, and we looked at each other. Well, we realized what it was. We had the old Jollis windows in the, in our home back then. And I don't know if y'all know what Jollis windows are. That's what we call them. That's where you crank them and the glass would go out, and to open up the window or on the door. And we realized then that somebody was shaking the back door. Well, we ran in, we got Tana, and we called the sheriff's department, okay? Well, my parents come home to about 3 or 4 police cars in the driveway. They were petrified. And we told them what happened. So this went on, not too often, but the other time I had to use the ladies' room. Now, I was home by myself. By then, I think my older sister had left and in college, and we had a German Shepherd, and my German Shepherd's name was Greta, okay? Let me give you an update, y'all, so you know what I'm doing. I cut my rows at 24 inches. I'm using a poly jute and this really nice patriotic mesh with the red, white, and blue on the end. And I'm using a 24-inch evergreen base, okay? Alrighty then. So anyway, I'm home, and I had to use the bathroom. Well, it's just me there, right? I mean, it was the bathroom door. I had noticed, y'all, that my dog Greta, who was a beautiful German Shepherd, kept following me everywhere. She was driving me nuts. And I said, oh, geez. So anyway, I said, okay. So I had just gone into the bathroom, and the next thing I start hearing is the dog is barking and barking. And then she very rarely ever did. She started showing her teeth, and growling. The next thing I knew, I saw a figure by the window, and evidently he had taken his hand and he had wrung his fingers up and down those jaws windows. Well, when he did this, I thought my dog was going to go through the window. And I am not lying to y'all. I thought whoever it was, I thought the dog was going through the glass window. That's how strong she attacked the window. Well, the phone was right there on the table by where you first walked into our bathroom off of our bedroom. And there we go. And once again, my mother, it was in the winter, so it wasn't late. It was only about, you know how it gets dark early. And here are the police once again. And my mother and daddy had always said, whatever you do, do not let the dog, open the door to let the dog out. You know, just let her stay there. She will take care of anybody or anything. So I have some more, y'all. I'm going to fill this little booger up. So I did what my parents, told me. I didn't let the dog in. So, you know, well, this girl didn't let the dog out. I can tell you that. So that was my other experience. Now, the other experience. Oh, we have quite a few, but I'm only going to tell you a couple. The that I have never been so frightened in my life. This was after what happened, mind you. Let's see. I think this is going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to need any more. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good, y'all. I don't think I'm going to need this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my red, white, and blue sign on. So anyway, my little sister and Lisa, we shared a room. Lisa was 4 years younger than me, and my oldest sisters shared a room, okay? I mean, when I tell you, my little sister's room and my room was a cracker box. I can tell you that right now. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me show you what I'm doing. Okay. What I've done, I flipped this right here. Okay. And I attached with glue. I kind of peeled these little plastic things. I peeled some of the plastic away. Okay. And I glued them to the backboard of the attachment. Okay. And I attached pipe cleaners. Now, it already has one of these in it. It had like a picture hanger or where you could hang it this way. What I did is I went ahead and I attached 4 of them all together. And so what I'm going to do right now, let me bring it up so you can, I'm going to bring it through the mesh, and I am going to attach it to the rim of the wreath itself. And you know what? I'm not going to fight with it. Let me get my, these are fantastic. You can get them on Amazon. They're little knitting needles. And basically, all I'm going to do here is bring it through here like so. And then I'm going to push it through mesh and through that first bar on the out. Trying to get this this through, and I'll do the same with this. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Oh, you know what I should have done, y'all? I should have brought you my mask inside. And y'all, I think my ties are too short, so I'm going to do is I'm going to add another one. It's just too short. So all I'm going to do right here is I'm going to take this and I'm going to make them longer because it's way too short. The wreath itself is too thick. So when you're doing a wreath like this, you may want to go and extend it just a little bit. And these ties should do very well. Okay. Okay. Y'all, I would tell you where I got the center wreath from, but I think I got it from at home last year. And I just really liked it. Okay. There you go. All right, let's go through here. Ah, yes. Okay. I'm not having it because it was so short. I'm not having to fight with it. And why I chose green is because at the back of the wreath, you won't be able to really see the pipe cleaners as much with the, and I'm just going to tie it off. Okay. Enough just to give me a little bit more extension. Okay. Same with this side. I'm just going to go around and attach it. So let me give you an update on the wreath. The mesh is cut 24 inches. I used a burlap with the red and white stripes in them, red, white, and blue stripes. And I used the border stripe deco mesh. I really like the quality of both of these types of mesh. I think these two are one of my favorite things. Either the poly jute or or burlap is probably my favorite to deal with. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to nestle this just on top. And some reason I missed the rung on one of them. Let me get in here. It's funny how you can feel it. Okay. So what are y'all eating tonight? I don't know. My husband's cooking something. I forget what he said he was going to cook. Now I'm going to add my ties to this after I get this in here secured. Okay. This wrapped around here. Okay. Antoinette, what I am making a patriotic wreath, and it is on a greenery base wreath, and I have attached 24-inch ruffles to the greenery mesh, and I'm attaching it to the wreath itself, and this is a 24-inch wreath base. If you will, I would appreciate it if you would share and like my page. I would very much be appreciative of that. Okay. Okay, let's get this through here. All right, I got it. Now let me get the other one through. Ah, yes. I don't like the way this went in. Okay. Naturally, you always have one the problems with the last one. It's just I didn't like where it went. Got it, I think. Pull it through. Sometimes it gets caught right in between the mesh, and it's aggravating. Let's flip it over. Okay, now what I did here, I have, let me show you my COVID mask real quick. This is it I made, and it's got a pocket, and it has, I put the white little thin mask in it, and I have the ties, and this is my mask I made, and I'm making a few for my daughter. And as y'all know, I have a grandson, and we are very protective and careful with him, and I'm making him some masks as well, and because he needs to be especially a little careful because he has cystic fibrosis. Okay, all right. Here is, I went with the blue and red check with the stitch check, as I call it. All right, and I cut my tails at 13 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to start putting them in. I didn't know exactly how many tails I wanted to put in here. Let me stand up and we'll put it, I'll do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. If not, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. And then I went with this, which I thought matches pretty well with that. And let's go ahead and we'll put it in here, like so. Now, some people like it a certain way. I am going to put this like this. I kind of thought it would look nice on the outside like this. And we'll go around. We'll place it. And I'm not necessarily opening the ties. I'm just going to go ahead and place them in here, like so. Get your curl on your tail, like so. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put it here. Now, once again, the mesh is cut at 24 inches, which I did a ruffle. And your tails are cut at 13 inches. And I may still put some tails up at the top. I haven't decided yet. But I wanted to see what it would look like starting here first. And let's tighten that up. And maybe we could even put some faux bows if need so in here. But I've got a nice big bow. I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use the bow. I think we're going to have to maybe do a faux bow in here, some faux bows, and I'll show you what I mean by faux bows. see where my tie is. Got loose from me here. All right. Kind of long, y'all. So these are cut at 13 inches. And the, I believe the attachment came from At Home last year. And it is, I love it. I just thought it was different and unique. It's the only one I have too. So now y'all can either go to my Etsy shop, Creative Design by JL, and it will be listed on my Etsy shop. And I wanted to let y'all know that I will, whoops, and guess what I just did? I put the same one next to each other. I will also be going live on YouTube. I'm debating. 6:30, I don't know. Let's do it later. Let's do Wednesday night, and let's go for 8 o'clock. I think 8 o'clock's better. We'll try 8 o'clock Wednesday night. How's that? And because by this time, y'all can have your dinner done. Your kitties will be bathed. And maybe you can get them watching a movie or something. And you can join me and relax. So let's do 8 o'clock. I'll post it on my page. And I'll let you know. And I hadn't decided. I think I'm doing a strawberry wreath. So, and it is going to be with a very large strawberry. So I hope you will join me. It'll be fun. So, okie doke. Let's see. Y'all, I'm really liking this wreath. If you don't mind, if you would, I would appreciate it if you would log on to my YouTube page and subscribe if you haven't. And also, please like and share my Facebook page. I would love you to do that for me as well. Okay, I've got the mesh from Craft Outlet. And now, Craft Outlet is open periodically, but you can go online, check the wreath shop, check, I think they changed their name. It's called the Greenery something. It used to be Trends and Gems. You can check them and see if they have either one of these meshes. Go to Deco Exchange. Damon might have it. The ribbons did. Now, I do know that the red ribbon came from my wholesaler. And I believe the check, stitch check. But I think you can get it from any one of these. All these ribbons, I'm pretty sure you can get. And I did it again. Y'all, I'm talking and not thinking. You can get from Deco Exchange, the Wreath Shop, Trims and Gems, which I think is called the Greenery something, or even check maybe even Kalia's page. Kalia's page. She may even have it. Okie doke. There you go. Yeah, I got it. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and fit a couple on here, up here. Let's see. Let me put this in here. Okie doke. cut a little ribbon, y'all. They really do make pretty big bows, y'all. I mean, this is a big wreath. It really is. It's a real big wreath. But, as they say, go big or go home. So we're going big tonight, gang. All right. Okay. Figure out how many more of these tails I'll need. See, with these greener wreaths, y'all, you never quite know exactly how many ties you're going to use. It depends upon the sign you have and how much mesh you have in it. So, okey-doke. Just a few more and I'll get my ribbon and cut it for y'all. Okey-doke. So once again, the mesh is 4 inches. You can mesh either at the Wreath Shop, Craft Outlet, Deco Exchange. You can all go in it and see if they have it. Okay, so I'm going to need, let's see what we're going to need. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Let me just get the ribbon and cut it. Okay, doke. Losing my gang. Let me tie it off real quick. I knew it was getting low. All right, let's see. All right, here it is. Here and here. Okie doke. And we're going to do it 13 inches, okay? Let's make 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do 2. And I'll cut another one. Going to dovetail them. Now all I do when I dovetail, I'll show you with the next one. I always go from the crease that I made in the ribbon to the wire portion of the ribbon. Okay, so we're going to go 13-inch tail, just like so. Make 2. Okay. All right, now let me show you how I do the dovetail. Since I only have 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them over. Make sure my ends are even, like so. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to crease it. Make sure they're even. And I'm going to go from here to the wire, from the crease right here to the wire on a slant, okay? And I'll do the same for my 1.5 ribbons. Now, cutting them at 13 inches. Okay. Okay. 2, and then this one, my stripe. Okay, just like so. And we're going to fold this in half and do a dovetail on this. Go from the crease of the ribbon to the wire itself. Okay, now, get this out of the way. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and put it here. Get this one on. You know, I see a lot of ladies, how they can do this in their hands. Y'all, I got to do mine on my table. Okay, just like this. Twist. I like to get it nice and twisted. Okay. Like this. All right, and we'll do this one. Get it on here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the bow in here or not. But sometimes you don't always need a bow, y'all. Alrighty, we're getting it done, aren't we? Okay. Right, so now we have this wreath here, and I'm afraid if I could put the bow on here, but I don't know how it's going to go in here. Let me see. And let me turn my glue on. I do have some embellishments I want to put in here. Okay. Get my star the way I want it. Okay. All right. My son always does this, and I had told him, please do not call. I know that's terrible. And he does it every Monday night, and I apologize. Okay. Da-na-na-na-na. That's my son's ring, whenever y'all hear it. Okay, let's get this in. I'm like trying a bow while I'm at it. Okay. Alrighty. In here, right through here. Okay. All right, just a quick update. You would share and like my page, and then another thing is, if you would, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate you doing it, and let me give you an update. Oh, by the way, yes, I will be going live on YouTube on Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central. I failed to tell you that it'll be 8 o'clock Central. Okay? That's my time. So if you're Eastern, that would be 9 o'clock your time Wednesday night. Okay. Let's go ahead. Get this going. I'll check this bow out, y'all, and if I don't like the way it looks on here when I hang it up, I'll take it off. Might just be too much. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now, I do have some embellishments. Let me show you these. I have these balls, okay, right here. So, these were from Hobby Lobby. Okay. And I don't know where the red ones are from. Have no clue. Alrighty. The tag off. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to pull this out right here and separate it. And off right here. Right about here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little hook. And I am going to go and let's make like a little U, like a little circle with it, okay? And I'm going to take this greenery that I have tied with the bow, and I am going to tie this, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it as well. But I'm going to go ahead and tie it with this in that little circle I made. Ooh. Now you can go back and you can straighten these out like so. See? How many do I have? Let's go around and let's see these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 6. And this is driving me nuts. Let me stick it here. Okay, gonna do the same. Let me show you. I'm gonna come around, make like a little circle like this, just like this. Get my finger out. See, I make like a little loop. Now I'm gonna take the greenery tie, and I am going to add it to the greenery through the little loop I made. Bring through, and I take the other end of that greenery and I'm tie off, okay? Just like so. Right? Do that to all of them. I'll show you again. Very simple. You know it's pretty well secure. You have to bring it right back like so. Just a spiral. It'll go back in place. Okay. All right, we're going to take this, make a little circle with it, like so. Bring it through the pine twist tie that you have. That's a natural twist tie. And we're going to twist it and get it on there. Just like so. Okay. And twist it like this. And it's stuck on my finger. Sometimes I get them a little too small. Okay. Find that twist tie by that bow. Or any twist tie, whichever you like, position you like it in. Do it like so. Alright, I'm going to twist it in. This little booger's in here, but I'm going to zap it with a little glue too when I'm done. But I'm not going to zap it quite yet until I'm sure that's where I want everything to go. Okay. Ooh, it looks good. Okay, now I have the red balls that I'm just going to strategically place in here. Okay, now let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring them up like so that you have the balls up and down like so that it'll give it a little airy feeling. You see, I don't like the placement of this one, so let me untwist it. I'll pull this one out and move it a little bit further away like the other one is. Okay, let's put it in this tie. Right. Yes, right here. Okay. All right, let's bring that up. Bring one down. One up, one down. Okay, so far, you see how I have it? Okay, let me bring this camera up a little bit and bring it down so that you can see. Yeah. There. It's close. Okay. Now, let's see. I have the red balls right here. And I am going to peel them off just like I did with the other one. Oh, one just kind of... Okay. How big she is. See? All right. I want to thank you very much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Bless. Take care. And have a great weekend. Thank you. Sweetie, now, are you